3rd. In the heart of Cameroon, where the earth is stained red and the air hums with ancient stories, our tale begins. This is a story about a promise, a love tested by time, and the quiet strength of a woman named Kango, in a village cradled by green hills. Kango walked with a gentle grace that belied the fire in her heart. Her beauty was whispered about, but it was her fearless spirit that truly defined her. She was loved by Awa, a young man with calloused hands and a heart full of devotion. Their love was pure, a quiet song against the vibrant rhythm of village life. One evening, by the stream where secrets are shared with the flowing water, Au approached Kango, his shoulders heavy with the villagers' judgment. He told her how the elders whispered that he, a simple man, had nothing worthy to offer her. Kango, ever calm, looked into his eyes and said that the villagers' gossip could never measure the truth of the heart. To them, love was not about possessions, but about a shared soul. But Awa's pride was stirred. He felt the need to prove his worth, not just to Kango, but to the entire village. He declared his plan. He would journey far away, work tirelessly, and return as a man whose standing no one could question. He wanted to build a future for them that was as strong as his love. Kango, seeing the determination in his eyes, knew she couldn't stop him. The world was calling him to become the man he was meant to be. With a heavy heart, she made him promise one thing. Before he slept each night, no matter where his journey took him, he was to whisper her name. It would be their connection, a thread of love woven through distance and time. Awaf promised, and with that sacred vow, he left. His footsteps fading into the dust of the village path, leaving Kango to begin the hardest work of all, waiting. Weeks turned into months. These seasons cycled through their familiar dance of sun and rain. Kango's mother, Oyul, a woman steeped in the wisdom of her ancestors, watched her daughter with a protective eye. She gently warned Kango that waiting is a heavy burden, and not all promises find their way home. But Kango's faith was unshakable. Her heart had chosen a way long before fear had a chance to plant its seeds of doubt. Shu would honor his journey by keeping her own heart steady. The village continued its life. Fufu was pounded, stories were told around evening fires, and children's laughter filled the air. Yet, for Kango, a part of the world was silent. She carried on with her daily tasks, her hands busy but her thoughts often drifting to distant roads and a man carrying her name in his heart. The moon grew full and then waned, time and time again, marking the silent passage of her wait. The village gossips, once loud, grew quiet, assuming Awe was a memory, a forgotten promise. Then one night, under a sky brilliant with stars, a different sound mingled with the chirping of crickets. It was a familiar footstep, one the very land seemed to recognize. Kango, standing outside her home, turned slowly. There he was, Awa. He was older, his face etched with the hardships of his travels. But his eyes held the same unwavering love. He was tired, but he stood tall, a man who had faced the world and returned. His voice, rough with emotion, called her name. Kango, her own voice trembling, replied that Alan, like her heart, had not forgotten him. He told her how he had kept his promise, how her name was the last word he spoke each night, a prayer that guided him home. He had returned not with grand riches, but with something far more valuable. A proven character, a steadfast heart, and a love that had weathered the storms of separation. 2. Their reunion was a quiet celebration, a testament to their enduring bond. The news spread through the village like a harmattan wind, and soon a joyful celebration was called in the chief's compound. The drums, once a backdrop to their uncertain future, now beat with a triumphant rhythm. Chief Enafor, the village elder, stood before the gathered crowd. He declared that a love that survives distance and silence is not a fleeting fancy, but a force blessed by the ancestors themselves. It was a love that had earned its place in the village's history. Oil, her eyes filled with pride and relief, placed Kango's hand in Tuawi's. She told them to go. To walk their journey together, a path now paved with patience and devotion. And so, Kango and Aowe were joined. Their union wasn't just a joining of hands, but a fusion of souls strengthened by patience, forged by a sacred promise, and favored by the spirits of their land. Their story became a legend, a reminder passed down through generations. In Cameroon, they say a love that is willing to wait becomes a story the entire village remembers and tells forever. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more tailies from around the world. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay inspired.